Here's your host for Entertainment and Life, Thomas Bond.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Entertainment and Life. It's good to be back. I was supposed to be on last week, but I had a job. And guess what? I lost the job. I actually quit it. I'll explain that a little later. But that's okay. We have a great show for you. 7 film clips, area attractions, movies, and life. Let's get into area attractions. What's going on in Southeastern Connecticut? For a play, you can see Annie of Green Gables. It plays at good speed. It's a world premiere. Also world premiere are stage readings in Salem. Wednesday is Wetlands. And September 10th and 11th is Howdy Land. All right, other things are Guard. The 10th, you see a tribute to Neil Young. And the 11th, the tribute to Queen. And the 17th is Carlene's. All right, there's also the casinos. I normally don't mention what's playing at casinos. They can advertise themselves, but there's also libraries, lectures, film clips. There's a couple of farmers markets going on, and of course, music of all kinds. I think there's a Woodstock Fair going on too, and stuff like that. All right, before we go into movies, we'll have a film clip. This is At the Hop. It's 4:38. If that's available, we could run that. Should I keep on talking? Whatever.
She go like a rocket. All right, we're looking at a group, let's see, 6 to 12. 12, well, we just... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You do one more call.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me fix my thing. There we go. Don't have a tie today. All right, let's get into movies now. Now I rate from A through F. A is awesome, F is fail. All right, how about Fall? I give it a B+. Got a 73.58 critic rating. Now this is an intense thriller that if you don't watch out, you might get sick just watching it. I'm a little bit scared of heights, and this will totally make you feel like you're into the movie and feel that you're going to fall off. And then, it's about these two girl mountain climbers that climb a 2,000-foot tower. It's a radio tower, an old abandoned radio tower. And they reach the top, and all of a sudden the ladder breaks, and they can't get down. Now often when I was watching this movie, I had to say to myself, it's only a movie. You're only watching a movie, because it looked so real that one of the two girls could fall at any moment, so at one scene, this girl was holding on to a railing and with one hand and taking a selfie, and I was saying to myself while watching the movie, "Are you crazy? Get inside!" Because I felt that she was going to fall. So it only played for 1 week in a few theaters, or it's still playing in a couple of theaters. But watch it on the big screen, this kind of movies, and get the real intensity of the effect. All right, how about Bullet Train? I give it a B+, got a 53.49 critic rating. This is another intense thriller. 3/4 of it takes place on a train ride that seems longer than it should be, but that's besides the point. There's about 6 different people after this suitcase, and at first they don't know what's inside of it, but one of the people is Brad Pitt, and he has to fight off these other 6 people on the train. There's a portion or a little portion of it, the movie, that does not take place on the train. It is kind of a backstory, and there's some sword playing, Japanese sword playing, and that could be a little gory and intense on its own. So that movie was small, but was worth it too. How about Beast? I give it a B. Got a 69.55 critic rating. So this movie is totally believable and sometimes intense. This one lion attacks a whole village in Africa, and a family that are taking a vacation, and it's amazing how it looks like a real lion is attacking the people in this truck and everything else, but we know couldn't be true, at least not all of it, but they do a really believable job, and you feel the excitement. All right, we're up to a film clip now. This is a short one, but a good one. It's Corn Explosions. It's 1:32. I played that a few times. If that's available,
me, tired of the same old boring cereal? Well, I found a new one. You've heard of Corn Flakes and Rice Krispies. Well, I got a new one. Not just Corn Krispies, but Corn Explosions. That'll wake you up in the morning hours. That's poured into your cereal. And wait till the fun and just after you add the milk, or the special milk, you have more than just Rice Krispies, but Corn Explosions. This is much better than Rice Krispies to wake you up in the morning. Enjoy your morning and have an explosion morning. Much more fun than just be careful, sit back while your corn explodes. Not just Rice Krispies, but Corn Explosions. What a way to wake up your morning. Yum! This is what kind of morning you want to wake you up.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Now let's get into a few more movies that aren't as good. Mac and Rita, I give it a D. Got a 27.48 critic rating. Now, a couple of my favorite comedy dramas are about people that are switch bodies or change ages or something like that. And this movie is about a girl that's 30 years old that wants to be old, and she turns into Diane Keaton. And I never cried or never laughed at this movie, and I often got bored, and I missed the conversations that they were having, and I just did not see how anybody would want to turn old or anything like that. All right, how about 3,000 Years? I give it a D. Oh, it's 3,000 Years of Longing. I give it a D. So I was disappointed in this movie. And this movie I thought was pretty good, about a genie, a a woman from this age buys a bottle and rubs it, and a genie comes out onto her apartment. And she is granted 3 wishes, but that's not the main point of the movie. The main point of the movie is the genie's life. And they go back in history 3,000 years to show the genie in love and the genie's adventures, which aren't very adventurous at all. So I was once again lost in the conversation and just never got into this movie at all. And there's just a few special effects, and that's it. All right. I did walk into a couple good movies, but I saw them before. I saw one movie and then walked into Top Gun Maverick one, and I watched the whole movie again. And I understood why that movie made twice as much at the box office than Jurassic World, Dominion, or any other movie at the box office or at the theaters. It was intense watching or being in front of the jets or the planes that flew over a cavern or whatever they do. All right. I also walked into the whole movie of E.T. playing on the IMAX theater. And obviously I saw, not only have I seen E.T., that was one of my top 5 movies of all time. And but after seeing it at least a half dozen or a dozen times before, the intensity definitely wears thin, even though I was crying at the end. Also playing Easter Sunday, got a 4340 critic rating. Now, I actually walked into this movie also, but I only stayed for 5 minutes. I just never got into this family drama comedy. And I don't think that I was prejudiced because the family is Puerto Rican in heritage or something like that. Although I have noticed, I'm not trying to be prejudiced or anything, but when I see a movie starring a black family or blacks or Puerto Ricans or Asians, their mindset or they're different than the way I was growing up, or they talk differently, they act differently, they say things differently than at least I did, if not most white people do. I don't know. You can take that as it is. How about The Invitation? I didn't want to go see this. It got a 2145 critic rating. Dragon Ball got a 6592 critic rating. I watched a little of this and had cheap animation, which I thought was stupid. And then Bodies, Bodies, Bodies got a 6868 critic rating. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On got a 98 critic rating. And Breaking caught 8166 critic rating. Opening this weekend, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, got an 8164 critic rating. Orphan First Kill is only playing in a few theaters, as well as Gigi and Nate. I looked at it and there was only bad reviews for that. Also making a comeback or re-release is Spider-Man No Way Home, which was like last year, and Jaws. So they're coming back. It's a Labor Day weekend. They should have some good movies, but they don't. All right, here's another film clip. New Haven, I like to have a dozen promotional videos of different cities. This one is 443. If that's available, we could run that. We're still there.
Open modern art.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, let's get into life now. Unfortunately, 1 week. 1 week is all it took for me to quit my new job. Unfortunately, there's a couple of problems with it. And one is I was only looking for a part-time job. This was a 10-hour job with an hour and a half commute both ways. So it took 45 minutes, and sometimes it took me an hour to get home of a traffic jam. So that was, I could have taken that, but when I was there for 10 hours, they put me to work for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then I had nothing to do all day. I was looking around and staring at my boss, saying, "Put me to work," or going from one place to another, acting busy. And I couldn't take that for 7 or 8 hours a day. It just it drove me crazy just standing around for 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day. Just standing is doing nothing is crazy. And, if they didn't want me there, or they don't have me put me to work, then I didn't want to work there. And so it was remodeling a store. I was a merchandiser, and so a couple of things I did was put up labels and move product around. There was like 20 people in this. It was actually a CVS store, but they did promise me I would be going to a different store closer to home, at a grocery store, and I just did not. I was stupid. I admit it, but I can afford it. Maybe that I can afford it. I'm going to have a harder time to keep a job that I don't like, but this was just too ridiculous, and I know I could find a better one, probably different, especially when I'm only looking for part-time. All right, now we're into another film clip. This is Big Balloons, hot air balloon rides. It's 4:13. If that's available, we could run that.
So love-making, heartbreaking, soul-shaking love. Love-making, heartbreaking, soul-shaking. Oh, we can make it if we try. Have the right to lose. Acapella song for you guys. Bristol.
Sorry. Oh, and 4 burgers. You could sign.
1 hour drive, here comes 3. 3 takes it. Good race.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, I wondered, I was thinking about this, looking for a new job and everything, that I wonder how many people are doing exactly what they wanted to do since they were a young child and getting paid very well for it. I know some people obviously love their job, but is that what you dreamed of doing when you were young? Now, most of my jobs I didn't hate. A lot of them I hated, but some of them were okay, or at least I could stand it. I didn't really get along with coworkers, so most of them weren't fun, the ones I had to interact with coworkers for. But I bet most people have to compromise at what they dream about as a job and what they do to make a good living. And I know a lot of people that went to college aren't doing exactly what they trained for in college. They trained to write the great American novel and ended up being a teacher or something like that. And then other things that people are doing with their lives. I know some people, they have their hobbies, or maybe they get paid a small amount. And I'm thinking right now, musicians or anybody that wants to be in a rock and roll band, they might get a few gigs, but normally they do it as a hobby. It takes more work than what they get paid for. All right, we're up to another film clip. This is Animated Dog. I just saw something in the video. I watched the animated movie, and they were talking about drawing the live action on the screen, like I thought that was called rotoscoping. Well, I didn't hear about that until after I made this movie about animating my dog. It's $2.55. If that's available, we could run that.
For a car ride? Did you want to go for a car ride? Yeah, did you want to go for a car ride? We'll go for a car ride. You sure you want to go for a car ride? Is that a yes? Yeah? Okay, okay, here's your leash. Do you want to go? All right, all you have to do is ask. Hey, do you want to go for a car ride, huh? All right, let's go for a car ride. Oh, sorry about that. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. The last part, if you didn't guess, was me trying to animate, but I was too lazy to try to film each picture for 1 second or half a second. So I just I speeded up the film to look like it was animating while I put on the 100 pictures or 100 little drawings I did. All right, let's get into more life. Now, I have been talking about gambling, and gambling is getting out of hand, especially since I've been unemployed, and I shouldn't be doing stuff to ruin my money. And I haven't had great luck. I had a lot of comebacks. I might have been down $100 or $200, but I had to come back, and I normally didn't break even, but I came close to breaking even. One time last week, I made about left the casino $60 up, but a couple of times I lost over $200.
Yeah, I know. And guess what? I'm going to the casino after I do this show. Uh, it's, all right, we're up to another film clip. This is Norwich Wars. I did a documentary on Norwich, and this is part of it. It's 4:03. If that's available, we could run that.
Norwich had an important role in all America's great wars. Although no battles were fought in Norwich, they gave armory, ships, and other weapons. Most of the ships were privateers. Thousands of men went off to fight the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and the two World Wars, as well as the Battle of 1812, the French and Indian War, and others. Many gave their lives fighting for our freedom. The Liberty Tree was a pole in Norwich Town where people would meet and act for the war. In 1775, most men were eager to fight for freedom. I already mentioned Samuel L. Huntington, who was president of the Continental Congress. One other name of note during the Revolutionary War was Dia Manning, who was a drum major in Washington's bodyguard. Captain Samuel Chester Reed, in the War of 1812, invented a signal system and a pilot boat system. He also redesigned the American flag. He was the one to suggest new stars for each new state. What first set off the Revolutionary War was the Stamp Act that taxed newspapers and other things. Benedict Arnold was born in Norwich in 1741 and died in London in 1801. He was distinguished for his heroism in Quebec during the French and Indian War. During the Revolutionary War, he defected and fought for the British. He burned down New London. Leffingwell Inn was host to General Washington to meet with Governor Trumbull. They met to plan the battle and military preparedness. Lafayette and the French army also came to Norwich. The French army hiked across the state on multiple occasions. During the Civil War, Norwich gave and lost many men. Connecticut was one of the few states not to have any draft. In 1861, Fort Sumter and the Battle of Bull Run started the Civil War. The city quickly made uniforms. 3 companies went off to war. At the Battle of Port Hudson, Louisiana, on June 14, 1863, of the 557 men from eastern Connecticut, 167 were killed or wounded. Civil War rallied around the cause of freedom. Abraham Lincoln visited Norwich by train. Thousands gathered to hear him speak. World War I and World War II lost more men for the cause of freedom. Hundreds of men who fought in the Civil War are buried here at the Norwich Cemetery. Lafayette Sabine Foster was Vice President of the United States. He was born in Franklin, Connecticut in 1806. He became a lawyer and held different terms in government before becoming a United States Senator. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and then Vice President Andrew Jackson became president. Lafayette Foster was president of the Senate and de facto became vice president of the United States on April 15, 1865. He held that position for almost 2 years. William Alfred Buckingham was war governor and represented the state of Connecticut. He pledged his own money during the Civil War. After the war, he became a U.S. Senator.
Now, let's get in one last subject. One is that I'm really starting to hate people. Nothing personal, of course, but I just think people are just so self-centered. And I'm not really talking about coworkers or actual people that I know for a while. And compared to me, they're a lot more outgoing and a lot friendlier than I am. And but with their friendliness, they expect you to be just as friendly or nice. They just, and that's one thing that I don't like about people is that they always do it for themselves. Yeah, I'm friendly, but I want you to be friendly to me too. Mostly I'm talking about people you bump into, and bumping into people is a good word because I often get close to bumping into people on the highway and other drivers. Other drivers are the people that I dislike, and people that are on sidewalks that won't get out of your way are people that I like. I've been biking and running, and people won't get out of your way on the sidewalks. So people drivers only care about where they're going and how fast they can get there, and they don't care about anybody else on the road. They think the road is theirs, and they don't see people as traffic jams. Traffic jams happen all the time. Some people just, I don't know, they get angry over it, or they're really late at something, or they just have a fast car, so they want to go fast all the time. It's just that they always cut in front of you, or most importantly, they don't use their blinker light. They use their blinker light after they stopped and about to turn. They don't use it. You're supposed to do it like 200 yards before you start to turn on your turn signal. Nobody does that except me. So when they when they slow down in the middle of the road and without a blinker, I'm about to hit them. I'll bump right into them, and it's my fault, of course, because I'm following too closely. But it's them that I don't understand what they're doing, and they don't care about me in back of them. They don't care about the other people in front of them that also need to know what you're doing on the road. So I have a personality that I live alone and do most of the things alone. Well, I go out and have fun and do stuff, but mostly it's alone, and most people don't. They have their significant other or their family with them when they do anything. But me, if people are as mean as they are in driving, then I don't want anything to do with them. Because drivers are really just people that are mean. They're just mean. All right, that's it for the show. We're ending it just a few minutes early. No, we'll end at about 7 minutes early. We're ending on a film clip, though. This is a short one from my day in the life. It's 3:40. It's when I woke up in the morning, got some good news. That's what I need is some really good news so I can like people again and like to work again. All right, that's it for the show. And I don't know if I'll be working or not. I didn't think I'd be ever working last week or doing the show again, but I will. Bye.
Who could be calling you at this time in the morning? 9 o'clock, God forsaken morning. Hello? Kelly Services, yes. Yes, this is Tom Bond. Yes, I'm still available for work. I certainly am. You have a job for me? Starting tomorrow?
Yeah, I can do that. No, that's no problem. I'll be glad to work there. No, that's an excellent job. Thank you very much. No, I'll be there. Great, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll be there. Thank you very much. Okay. I know where that is. Thank you very much. All right, bye. Hey, wow, a job. Another job. Hey. Well, I got a job starting tomorrow. Well, my life might be improving. If anything else in my life might improve, that would be good too. What, another phone call? Probably somebody that either no job or somebody that, yes, hello? Yes, this is Tom. Yes, Susan. Yes, I remember you from the bar. Yes, of course I do. I'm sorry, I didn't call. No, you're right, I was a little chicken, but I actually lost your number. Thank you so much for calling. Yeah, I thought we did have a good time at the club and hit it off well. Yeah, I would love to go out and with you again. Maybe have dinner. That would be great. Great. Next Friday then. Next Friday it is. All right, thank you. Thanks for calling. Normally it's the guy that's supposed to call, but I'm certainly glad you called because I promise you I blew on your note or your telephone. Never mind that. Never mind. Okay. Friday it is. Friday date. Great. Hey, wow. Thank you. We'll see you then. Bye. Hey, wow. 2 calls in 2 minutes. No. Some days are terrible. Some days are good. Life is good. Life will get better. Just hang into it and do life, and life will pay you off. All right. See, life does have a happy ending if you just stick with it. Yeah, it sure does. Hey, wow. We're having a happy ending. Happy ending.